Hey guys, Annette Michelle here, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And for today's video, I did a poll on Instagram saying what type of story you guys would like, and everyone said how I broke my nose. For this story, I'm gonna be telling you guys the time I broke my nose during guard practice. So let's get on with the story, because it's gonna be quite long. Hopefully not that long, but long. Hopefully short. We'll see. Okay, so it all started off on a Monday practice. I don't remember if it was in September or October. It could have been the beginning of October or like towards the end of September. It was one of those 2 dates. But it was on a Monday practice. It was really good. The band was doing their thing, practicing with visuals. The guard was practicing doing standstills as warm-ups by ourselves. So I was practicing this parallel move that we do during the third movement of the show. So I was practicing a parallel, and I've done the parallel before, and I've never had a problem with it before. Like before this one time, I didn't have a problem with it. I wasn't hitting myself in the face or anything. So this one time, I guess there was wind or something, because it was kind of like it was like a breezy day, enough for my equipment to move, I would say. So I was doing the parallel, and all of a sudden, my rifle, I don't know if I missed, my hands were placed right or anything, I just didn't push hard enough, but the butt of the rifle did end up hitting me right here by this part right here, by my face, in my nose. So immediately I fell down to the floor, crying and screaming, not screaming, but I was crying, and not a lot of people paid attention to it, because it is quite normal for people in guard to get injured, because we're tossing things, we're doing crazy tricks and everything, so it's quite normal and not out of the ordinary for someone to get injured. But I wasn't getting back up, so I was crouched over in pain. I was bleeding. I didn't notice I was bleeding until later on. Someone from one of my teammates was like, "What happened? Are you okay?" And I couldn't speak because I was crying, hyperventilating, and panicking, and that did not go well with hitting my face. So that's a minus to everything. My instructor was called over. He came and asked me what was happening. I couldn't speak, so he asked, "Do you want me to get your phone or something?" So I was like, I nodded yes. And during that process was when like more pain kicked in, and I was even in more pain, so I was crying even harder, not being able to breathe, panicking more. And someone else from my team was like, "Do you need something? Do you need water?" I nodded my head yes. They brought me a water bottle. I took water. I calmed down. I was back to like calm enough to speak, and I told my instructor what happened. And then the band director came and asked what happened. I explained to him what was happening, while my instructor went to go get wet wipes and tissues for me to like wipe my face and stop the bleeding, because I was bleeding. I didn't know, like I said before, I wasn't aware of me bleeding until I took my hand off my face, because I was literally like this, holding on to my nose, because I thought I broke it. Like obviously I broke it, but I thought like it was out of place, and I didn't want it to like move. So I was holding on to it and took it off, and I saw that my whole guard glove was just bloody and everything. So my instructor came back with the wet wipes and tissues. I blew my nose, wiped my face. I called my mom. I called my mom before I washed my face, but like for me, it's one of those cases where if I see my mom or hear her voice when I'm in like a brick of crying, or I've cried, or I'm injured, I cry even more. So I called her. I'm like, "Mom," and then she's like, "Did you see the picture? Did you see the picture?" Because she sent me a picture of my aunt's dog, she was doing something funny or something, and she was like laughing, and I got agitated because she didn't know what was happening, but I knew what was happening, and she was laughing, so that she was laughing at me. So I was like, "Mom, I need you to get down here right away." And I cried, and I was like, I need you here, I'm by the field, I'm injured, I need you here. And she was also freaking out because she didn't know what was happening. So she was like, "I'm on my way, don't worry," and everything. I washed my face, and then as I blew my nose, the blood coagulated, so I stopped bleeding. But like when I blew my nose and I got the coagulated blood out, my nose proceeded to bleed even more, so that meant I had more blood on my face. So what we did, we stuffed the tissues in my nose, and I cleaned the rest of my face. My mom came rushing down the gates. She had a chunk of ice. Like, she said that she was panicking so hard that she couldn't get regular ice pack, so she got a chunk of ice, a towel, and tissues as well. So she rushed down. My instructor explained to her what happened. They took me to the ER, and there at the ER they did a CAT scan. I got out like around 2 in the morning, so they just told me I had a break in my nose. I wouldn't have to see a plastic surgeon or a rhinoplasty doctor. So I was petrified because I did not want to get surgery on my nose, because I've seen cases where people get surgery on their nose because they broke it and it doesn't come out the same. So I was scared of that. So like a month or so later, we went to the rhinoplasty doctor, or the plastic surgeon, and he said that my nose was perfectly fine, that there was no need for me to get surgery. And I was like, hallelujah, because I did not want to get surgery on my nose. But like backtracking to the day after, so like the next day after I broke my nose, it was quite like a regular day. They did want me to keep texting my mom every hour or so, because they wanted to make sure I wasn't like feeling dizzy or having the feeling of passing out, because they said that if I did get that type of feeling, that means I'm not getting oxygen into my lungs. That means I have my airway is blocked, and too much swelling is happening, and they would have to actually do surgery there. Not do it there, but they'll have to like send me someplace to get it done and everything. So, but everything was fine the next day. Nothing happened. I was perfectly fine. The next practice day, I literally did the exact same routine. Nothing happened. I never hit myself again. So I did the routine how it should have been, and yeah, that is basically the time I broke my nose. I don't know if this video seems rushed, and if it is, I'm very sorry, because I've filmed this video already 3 times, and the 3 times that I've filmed it, it's come out to 24 minutes long, and I don't want that. So I've tried to make it a smaller version, a lot quicker version. So yeah, sorry if I'm rushing, but yeah, that was the time I broke my nose during practice. To this day, there are moments where if I brush it against a sweatshirt like this, like if I do that, like hard, like I'm holding my head through a shirt or something, I will move it and it will hurt. Or sometimes if I'm like, when I wash my face, if I push too hard on one side, on this side, I could hear like a pop. It's not painful, but it is discomforting when it happens. So yeah, that's probably the only thing that's like bothersome on my nose to this day. But yeah, so yeah. I hope you enjoyed this story time, this quick small story time. But that's all I have for you today. If you have any ideas you'd like for me to do, don't forget to comment down below. Tell me what should I improve on and what I should do next on my video. So yeah, that is it for today, guys. I'm sorry if this is rushed. I already explained earlier, it was time consuming, and I already did it 3 times, and it was like urging me. It was like right there, and I didn't want it to be long. So yeah, I hope you like, comment, and subscribe to be part of my channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.